Welcome to Speak Out Unfiltered.
Father, we just thank you today, Lord. We thank you for your blessings upon Grenada, blessings, oh God, to all the listeners and all the contribution. We pray, Lord, that you're going to keep us in your lovely hand, for all of us, oh God, to enter into a new year. And I thank you for doing it today. In Jesus' precious name.
Bringing the hot topics to you.
Could we please be informed that there are no bad children, it's just bad parents. That is the reason that children is only bad parents.
Bad parents.
Working together.
Well, the amount of transformation I see transforming around Carriacou, the long life, health and strength man want.
That's what you want now, right?
Yes, because I'm looking forward for big things that in Jamaica say big things are going on for 2024.
Connecting the dots.
I want to encourage the one man to continue with his one-man men.
Yes,
Exactly.
Because it's the benefit of the country. What did he do for Carriacou? All these things that he's saying, whenever they make statements, the recording is there. And you know, we in the media, we have it.
Working together.
Yes, so I want to grade him for want to senior Cambridge, so to speak. I want to give him A+.
Speak Out Unfiltered.
It's always an opportunity that I look forward to when we can discuss and look at the issues that affect us together as a people.
So the budget was really a good budget. The government is doing a whole lot. They're doing for the people. They open the eyes of the people. This budget is the best budget I heard since after the revolution. I never heard a budget good like that, and it's for the people. A people's budget, you call that. I am very pleased with this government.
Speak Out Unfiltered. The opinions and ideologies expressed on this program, Speak Out Unfiltered, it's the views of its rightful owners and not of Vibes FM 101.3. Speak Out Unfiltered.
Every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Unfiltered. And I mean it.
And want to say hi again to you right here on Vibes FM. Welcome to the program Speak Out Unfiltered for today. And we're looking at the first day of August 2024. Good morning. Going into the afternoon, a little bit delayed this morning because we had our press briefing that we wanted to carry to inform the nation, let them know exactly what's happening in the neck of the neighborhood and in the country as well, okay? So we want to apologize for those of you who normally would get 4 hours of dialogue interaction. Today to be sort of limited to just about 2 hours, okay? But anyway, we're going to do as much as we can inside the program. As we always remind you, it's interactive, it's your program for you to enjoy. And our telephone number to reach us, we don't have our line lands as yet, but a telephone number to reach us, you can take it down, 403-0101. 403-0101. You can always call that. You want to share your views and concerns, feel free to do so. So without further delay, Koi, good, should I say morning to the afternoon? Koi, how are you doing?
Well, you're accustomed saying good morning, so I mean, understanding the time is what? A minute to 12?
Yes, it's a minute to 12, yeah.
A minute to 12, so
I'm saying good morning into the afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon. Okay.
Yes, okay.
So wait until it's afternoon to answer?
Well, you're almost out into the afternoon now.
Well, yes, it's such a great pleasure to be here again this afternoon, as we continue to discuss the issues that really are important to us. And I took in most of the press conference, and it seems as though we have a lot of things to be talking about. And I really would like to hear from the listeners, their opinions, their thoughts on some of the issues, some of the things that have been presented to us. So I look forward. If I must say one thing before I hand over, our colleague and friend can't have an excuse to say about late and late and late. I mean, you have enough time to come and sit down, go out and come back in. So um, we have no correction to make this morning. Nobody to ask a question this morning. Everything is okay. Over to you.
All right, Koi. Solio. Good afternoon.
Well,
Oh,
still fresh. Good afternoon, my Redeemer. Still fresh in the wake of Beryl. So Beryl has thrown his first salvo and he's waiting to see how we behave. We're going to come again, or if we learn our lesson and pick up from there and mend our ways in many instances. But I think that we are blessed. And again, I must thank all those who ran, who dashed to our rescue, and so adequately helped us in this time of need. So, having said that, thank God for life. And at this moment, the focus is on rebuilding not only the country, but ourselves.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now we sat down here this morning and we listened to the press briefing, the updates and what the Prime Minister and the rest of his colleagues were trying to inform the nation about, and sort of give me a little bit of a summary on what you saw or what you saw, Sodio. Tell me.
Well, I was quite happy that the Prime Minister did what he had to do, but keeping his cards close to his chest, which I think is the way it should be done. Until such time as we have more information and he chooses to inform us further, we'll hear. But about this time, I think we know what should be told.
Well, I agree with you on that there, but something that surprised me, which I see the press this morning trying to press the issue of when he mentioned that he had relieved one of his cabinet ministers, of the usual duty, and they're trying to it seems as though they like some kind of melee, kind of really.
I think in good
it was straight. Yeah, it was straight.
In good Carriacou way of saying things, the man winning tea is winning tea and drinking it hot.
No. But I guess what I saw is that I saw the journalistic core really trying to go to the bottom of what he was saying. As a matter of fact, they wanted to question his they were questioning his motive, for his action. And as he rightly said, he is a professional, and it was a professional reaction that he was explaining that when one loses confidence in someone, so many things can happen, and you have to approach it, in my view, in the right way. And something I find that was very, very unique about what he was saying is that it's not just about emotional or personal reaction. He's not reacting because of his, of personality issues, but as he said blankly, I am a professional, and it's interesting that we can bring that level of leadership and governance at this, across the board, where we aren't functioning based on partisan thing or not partisan thing. We're not looking at it from a personal standpoint, how I can benefit from it personally, but I think it's from what is right, the best thing to do, because there are principles, there are rules and regulations in how you function. So that's why I said it was unique. Other leaders would have wanted to would have responded from a personal and emotional standpoint most times when we are to handle things, we get so emotional. But when we look at the facts and the figures and the information per se, based on what is right, I think he did well, in my view.
Let me try to go to a phone call before I make my comments there. What's up, caller here?
Yeah, Kim.
Yes.
Yeah, Mikey and Carriacou, what her name is. Yeah, they're trying to put pressure on the Prime Minister this morning, and he told them in the beginning he's not taking no questions on what happened with Lackwet. They're still bringing up and trying to put pressure on him, like the man said, melee, trying to make melee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mikey is here.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Thank you so much. He mentioned trust, confidence, and this is something sometimes we try to ignore because it's so important. If you have a friend, like I know sometimes in relationships, like you have a friend, that who is very close to you. It could be a personal relationship, and you were to find something that they did that you're not comfortable with, and from that moment you say, "Listen, we can't be friends again." We can't at the level we were. I have to step you aside a little bit, and that is normal. That is something that is normal in trust and confidence. When you lose confidence in somebody, you can't go and tell them a secret again. No, you can't make them see what you're doing because you lost trust.
So as a result, your functioning and what you would provide, or your contribution to the country as a whole, not to me.
Yeah.
Forget me, the country.
Yes.
So we don't think that you are still able to make that kind of contribution to the country.
Yeah.
Based on what we see, hit the road.
That's it. And I quite agree with that. I mean, the decision that was taken there, and we all have to understand that as a leader, there's certain qualities you have to, certain things you have to put in place, to make people know, listen, this is a serious job. We have a responsibility. And in order for me to work with you on a certain level, then you have to have certain disciplines. And it must be observed.
So friend or friend not?
Yeah, friend in that.
Country.
They're saying you have friend in business?
Yeah, friend in business. Very much so. Couldn't say it better.
Yeah. So it is sometimes it's very hard to do the right thing, when you have a mindset that anything goes, it's very difficult. But I think this is an example as far as leadership is concerned. That's what I'm looking at. Leadership. You are no friend in business. Yeah. And this is the way it's supposed to go. And you have breached trust, confidence, and these things are serious issues, no matter, Kim, you made the point, you're in a relationship and you just can't continue because that what we call trust is broken. I mean, just think about it. If you are the head of cabinet and you have lost confidence in your ministers, how could you function properly? Trust is gone. Whatever would be the cause of it, but it is gone. That's the issue. It is gone. And you cannot function to being a hypocrite. Try to pretend. I mean, I think we need to, this is a wake-up call for those of us who are in leadership to understand that when we make the right decisions, everybody benefits.
But going back again, we've never known Deacon to be erratic.
No.
It's thorough.
Yeah.
Takes his time, think it out loud. And that's why we mean when we say drink it cold.
Yeah.
Nothing to him, take your time.
Can't burn it down.
Can't burn it down, man.
You winning it?
Yeah, you winning
the
it.
team.
So when you say drink it, everything.
One of the questions that surprised me is one of the journalists, I don't remember which one of them, said, like, a month or two ago, you praise your ministers, whatever, blah, blah, for the performance, whatever the case might be, and now you lose confidence, And what we sometimes don't realize, and it happens in life, 1 second before you die, you were alive,
Not only
before, just 1 second.
1 month ago.
1 month ago, yes,
We
that's a
didn't
long
have no
time.
burial.
No, right? 1
No.
month ago, yeah.
No Carriacou on the roof.
That's it.
Things don't remain the same all the time.
No, it don't.
Life is fluid, you know.
But it changes in such a short time. Sometimes the time span. That, like somebody was saying, as you just mentioned, burial there. They say, all it took them to lose all that they have gained over the last 50 to 60 years was 3 hours. Imagine your life savings and all that you have accomplished over 50 to 60 years disappeared in 3 hours.
Blowing in the wind.
I say, well, listen, that's a long time, because sometimes an earthquake is 9 seconds.
Yes. So somebody is inquiring about the number that they can call to
403
yes.
403 0101. The number to call 403 0101. It's going to take a while before our lines are up again, it's a lot of work to be done, because again, 1 month ago, today is the anniversary?
I don't think there are some things we should really talk about anniversary now. Just say 1 month ago.
My old friend used to say, what good is a mind if you can change it?
Yeah.
So I want a fixed mind.
A mind that is pliable and it can change.
Right.
Change. Yeah.
Why?
And these are sometimes things people they overlook. Vibes FM, caller, you on the air. What's up, caller you on? Come on.
Good morning to my colleagues and friends.
Yes.
Good morning.
How are you?
Okay.
Fine, thanks. And yourself?
Yes, what I'm calling to say is circumstances and situation rule our lifetime.
Amen.
Yes, we act according to them. If the Prime Minister and a minister having a fallout, and he want the people to know what is the cause, the people have to keep themselves quiet. Appointed him, he as a minister. He's a senator, but he appointed that senator to a ministerial
position,
privilege or position.
Yeah.
And he see things ain't going well. He know what he's doing. He is a man of principle and action, and he act accordingly. So the public saying all kind of things. How he didn't deal with the man in the right way. He caused police to escort him out of there, and that is a shame. When the one man doing his thing, he never had confidence in all his ministers, because he said he doesn't know nobody that fit to rule Grenada, although he had 14 others with him. And nobody never have an issue with that. Why? They're not confident. They're working with you all these years. Nobody say nothing, but they're asking him if he was good last month or when. How is now?
He ain't good now.
Yeah, good now.
Okay.
So have a good day.
Okay, thank you so much.
You too.
Okay. No, but it's very surprising that we have this kind of comments that's coming from journalists and people who are experienced in their field, I would imagine, to be not understanding and trying to dig if they think that they were trying to score points on Honorable Prime Minister. You're joking, man.
Remember, the majority, and I'm saying this is not vibes, of the journalists in Grenada are products of Diablo,
Yeah.
and his era. So what else you expect? So we always had a information service that was trained and created by that man truly, so that you will get those kind of questions. We'll live with it.
Yeah, but I still was disappointed. Honestly, I was very, very disappointed in the behavior of those people.
Hey.
I think they could do better.
Kim,
Yeah.
what happens when a dog sucks an egg?
Well, if you want to stop a dog from sucking the egg, you have to kill the dog.
But last dog alive, egg will suck.
You suck. Vibes.
Egg must suck.
Let me try to take a call that's coming in there. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. No, okay. Similar to we having a little bit of an issue. Okay, we have the caller now. Caller, you on now. Caller, thank you.
Yes. Good day.
Yes, good day.
Good day to Kim and Cox and all the other guys here.
Koi.
Cox, no,
Koi.
Coy.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, it's important.
I just listened to the press conference. Kim, it's interesting, eh? From the time that press conference started, you have 1,000+ people on live.
1,500. You saw it?
Yeah, well, I saw it. I was saying, wow.
Yes.
So that tells you people who don't normally listen to news or say that they want to go and listen to the press conference.
Right.
And that is just honor people. That's all people who listen to the radio and all of that.
Uh-huh.
So I think that is good. But coming out of that press conference, something, and I posted it on the chat when I was watching the press conference. People need to educate themselves. People need to educate themselves. Kim, there's a lot of things happening around us, and things that we're supposed to know, we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
The Prime Minister gets his powers from the collective coming together of the members of Parliament. Yes.
Yep.
Anytime that support dwindles, anybody else could be the Prime Minister. However, the people who is appointed by the Prime Minister, they are in the cabinet on the behest of the Prime Minister, no one else. He is the one that gives them the comfort there. He can do whatever he wants with them. They are his babies. So if the Prime Minister says, I mean, I listen to some of those, I don't call them journalists, they are not. People who are working on the different radio station and television station. I don't even call them media people. Trust me. Because when you listen to the questions some of them are posing, it makes you wonder what the hell is wrong with these people, and excuse my language. I mean, they're supposed to be educated people. If the Prime Minister says that he has lost confidence in the minister sitting in his cabinet, that is his right.
Yep.
I mean, you cannot know. I mean, what they want is that juicy thing.
Yeah.
That is sensationalization of the issue. They want those issues, the juicy details as to why the Prime Minister reached to that point.
Right.
And then you hate on all Tom, Dick, and Harry, the radio station up in the north here that talking a set of damn foolishness every single day. That is what they want. The Prime Minister don't have to go into details as to why he lose confidence in the ability of this man to sit in the cabinet.
You see, for some reason, I believe that they think it's Parliament. Parliament is different, It's a different situation.
Precisely.
Yes. The cabinet.
And Kim,
yeah.
I once posted something on Facebook. I said, people, look out for Deacon Mitchell. He's not, Deacon Mitchell is not a simple individual. He may be young, but he's not simple.
Yep.
And I like the word he's a professional.
Yes.
You cannot, I mean, come on, let us understand what is happening there. Let me tell you something, that would not have happened under Kid Mitchell.
Oh, yeah.
That person might have been shifted and go somewhere into wherever, whatever.
Yeah.
But you see, let me tell you something. This man has given a commitment to the state of Grenada, and he's now acting it up.
Yes, he's living it.
People,
yes.
and my disappointment so far, though, is that I haven't seen any movement, Kim. And you don't have to worry up there about your man in Carriacou. I think he's overzealous in terms of what he does at the community level, in terms of his involvement and interaction with the people of Carriacou. That is what when you call on the ground man, that is Tevin Andrews.
Yep.
Like a Zagada.
Yep.
That is that man. I mean, I am seriously proud of this individual in terms of how he's handling his situation there. Yes? I'm extremely proud. And Carriacouians and Pity Martinicans should be, they should be beating their chest. We have the best. No, I'm telling you. This is no light statement that I'm making.
Okay.
Where I'm somewhat disappointed, though, is that in the government, we should reach to a stage where we should recall some of those MPs and this system in place, the mechanism in place to recalling some of those MPs. We have to get serious with ourselves. Because when we were in opposition, we criticized a lot of things that the NMP was doing. Now that you get there, you have to show to the population, we are not the same. And it's those structures that in place that will make the people be, no, these people are serious people in jail. They may be children, as the former PM called them, but they are serious people.
Yeah.
So I want to applaud the Prime Minister. I mean, as I said, he's the one in charge. He's the one that is leading the cabinet. And if he has a confidence issue in the minister, that is his prerogative to change him.
That's it.
Full stop. So and you have to continue, Kim, in terms of the
we're going to go back to it again. But the way our Prime Minister handled this press conference, somebody just messaged me and said to me that they're giving him 10 out of 10, and they're looking to give more if it's more than 10 that they're allowed to give. Vibes FM, caller coming.
Yeah, Kim.
Yeah, hello, yeah.
Yeah, like that brother just said, man, this Prime Minister, man, he's the best Prime Minister ever, man. Look, those media people, they think they could railroad him. They can't railroad him, man. That boy got skills. He got knowledge, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They could never roll away with that man. That man, he know what he's talking about. They can't. They think they could. That ain't gonna never work.
Never
you know
did. Okay.
That brother is for real.
Okay, then. All right, thank you.
All right,
okay, bye. All right, let me try to take another caller. Caller, you on? Caller, come in.
Hi, my friends. Good afternoon.
Hello, yes, hi.
Yeah, so okay, I listened to the news conference and then I'm in fully support with the Prime Minister because number one, as the guy's been saying, even in a relationship, anything you have to build on trust and confidence. And once that is lost, everything is done. You can't have one and you don't have the other. You understand?
Yep.
So I'm totally confident. I'm totally in support with the Prime Minister. And then I have to say to the Prime Minister, I think we have to do some things before I think we have some more have to go to. You understand?
Yeah.
Have a transformation agenda to build on, and if we have people we feel are going to jeopardize that, we have to get rid of some. And then next thing I want the Prime Minister to start looking at some of the executive people that was existing from the past government too. You have a couple of them because the other show, sometimes I listen to him and a lot of information been leaking. So all I gotta say, Lako, I'm sorry, but you have to be the example. You know what I mean? So everybody's have to start pulling up their big man socks now. This is not a joke, it's a government that running.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And anytime you feel you have a snake inside, we have to chop all that neck and very early. You know what I mean? Like last night I heard this guy saying about the fire, the fire Lako. Yes. You know what I mean? The same Sheldon Scott was fire. Remember they bring Pamela Moses, You have a lot of them. When government come in power, all right? The people who started the government, all time get them to be around. You understand? You have to make changes. And anytime you lose confidence, you have to get rid of that. So I'm in total support with the government, this Prime Minister, and those who left behind, take note. This is not a Prime Minister I could walk over. And I like how he's running the business. That's why he's so successful as an attorney.
Yeah. He's a professional. That's what he is.
The friend, not Carriacou going anyway.
Carriacou, all right, man. We're coming back slowly. We're coming back.
All right. Okay. Anyway, I know it's a short program, so don't worry. We go chat later.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much.
I want McLaren's piece.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Ernesto, yeah, you just heard that, eh? We have to get that.
Anyway, we have something to talk about.
No, so you say you didn't get the piece of supposed to send for us, eh?
Well, I did.
No,
I
didn't get
the WhatsApp.
Huh?
Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to send it over again.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, all right. Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Cox, I gotta call back because we have something to talk about.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let me know if the ambulance. So don't worry. Even though we chat later.
Okay, thank you so much there. Okay, the telephone number again is 403-0101. 403-0101. If you want to call and make a contribution, you can do so, because this press conference, I mean, I really listened to it from its entirety. And I was so impressed with what transpired there, the information that was shared. But it reminded me at Solia when I used to go to school, and Mr. Bascom beating for late, and you see beat one person. You ain't getting a second one to beat now. Set an example.
Yes, man.
Just like that.
Yes.
Just like that. Everybody know now. Listen.
Saying, get in line.
Yeah, get in line. Yeah, come on. Discipline yourself.
Yeah.
And I like the idea. I like how it's done, and it's done in a professional manner, which is good.
But I'm somewhat perplexed though, because I am still wondering. I understand somehow that the leader of the opposition or the opposition party was in some way, shape, or form involved in this decision. I don't know, as my boys say, I have no
substantiate.
I can't
no evidence to substantiate
the claim. But if that is so, I'm wondering what in Christ Almighty's name that somebody who says that they love the country and they want to see the country move forward. What is it that you could be so upset with your party or your minister about that you'll have this $3 bill, which is the ex-prime minister, is always finding a way to bribe somebody and everybody gonna pay, infiltrate. The same thing he was doing to Pedro.
Yeah.
History going back.
Some people never give up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why should he give up when he wants to win again?
Win what?
Huh? The hearts of people.
No, I always say, hold on.
The hearts of people.
Huh? Sometimes somebody dead and they know they're dead.
Yeah, but I mean, this is a war.
I'll give him Biden phone number.
Biden FM.
Yes.
Caller, you on the line. Caller, come in. Caller. Yes. Hello. Yes.
Good day.
Okay.
Good day.
I'm impressed with the Prime Minister and the press conference.
Yes.
But our journalists on them, I don't like his word so calling about that. What they urging me to see. I don't understand. You're there and you're listening. What the Prime Minister already said, you're coming and asking the same thing.
All of them.
Don't have a question. Wait, and hear from what your other journalist gonna say. We're going to come back and ask the man the same thing he said before. Right, journalism? I mean, we could children doing better than that. And our journalists and them will hear from to go before the newspaper executive.
Definitely.
But I trust the judgment of the Prime Minister.
Very much so.
Since he come in the party, I listen him carefully, and I trust his judgment up to today. He is human, he is not perfect, but as we say in local parlance, so far, so good.
Yeah.
And notice, I guess the NNP was expected to hear him say that Jonathan is no longer in the NDC. But you see, the party and the cabinet is different. It's separate.
Right.
So you can be asked out of the
cabinet,
the cabinet, but you're still an active member in the party.
Right.
And he understands that, and I understand that. Well, to those who don't, well, too bad for them. Now, the thing is, as they're picking up on the program in those other radio stations, they're behaving as if nothing happened from 1995 to 2022 when they were in office in the 2 blocks. I could count some of the ministers for you and senators, and that is not all.
Yeah, you have enough fingers to count on, Don't count on the fingers.
No. That way I could only count a few, but there is a lot. Look, Fletcher.
Fletcher,
yes.
Fletcher had to resign the Friday night, when the news broke. And one of the things I found strange with the NDC, they should have never allowed Dr. Mitchell to ask the Governor General the Monday morning to prorogue Parliament and set a date for election. Dr. Mitchell had no power to do that. What happened? It was 8-7. Good? Reverend Fletcher, off. Parliament must be held. And it is up to Reverend Fletcher to be a backbencher or to join the opposition.
Oh, yeah.
So it means that, well, yes, if he had crossed the floor, it means that the government become the opposition.
Definitely, you're right.
And the opposition become the government.
Right, yes.
But he used Danny Williams, who is a member of the party, to do his dirty work. So what happened Monday morning, Danny Williams prorogued Parliament, and next thing we had it for election. He did not have the powers, and the NDC sit back and allow that to happen. And when he returned to office, look at some of those men. Look at Grace Duncan. How she ended up, she had to end up calling him a little boy. Okay? Look, and I could go on. Even Sheldon Scott, the great, let me give him this speech for the first time. Sheldon Scott, the great, got the axe. He was a senator. And he got the axe also. So when them blind them up, you must remember history before you start patrolling, because you will run off the road. You will run off the road.
And caller, I don't think Sheldon Scott's axe was for the phone bill, So this guy is full of problems.
Yeah.
I don't know who will help him. The priest can't pay no problem.
Yeah, it wasn't for the phone bill, something more egregious. So that's just to tell you.
You better stop blabbering him because the only digging a bigger hole for himself.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of ask for mercy or leniency in payment, it doesn't his mouth. On another note, now I'm a man on the ground. I don't like sitting on the wrong table. I question people from different constituencies. I can tell you where the NDC is very strong as far as the representatives are concerned, the parliamentarians, and where they are very weak. Now, some of our MPs who are government ministers, like they intend to win back this seat on the strength of the government. But they should be winning the seat based on what they do in the constituency. Now you have the pulse with you. If Kevin, well, I mentioned in the name, I realize it last some points, but you get back just now.
Okay.
if Kevin could build Carriacou and pick him at it, remove it from where he met it. If it wasn't for the disaster, you'd have seen it. Well, you all know what Carriacou will look like on that heaven. Good. Now, you come to the south, the deep south, and you see what Andy continue to do. He ain't finished yet. He continue to do. Kieran James, and we can name a few, but I'm hearing from our supporters, especially from the big four, that's the St. Andrews. Some of them, they can't see the MP. When they look at other constituencies, how it's booming, they wonder what is going on with theirs. Some already tell me that they're not voting for this MP in the next election. I just comfort them by saying, Deacon says, not all who in this government will be running again. So if I'm an MP in a particular constituency and I know I'm not showing up, and I want to run again, I will show up. Okay?
Right.
In my opinion,
Right.
the party is making an error. The party is run by who? The chairman and the general secretary. And then that is different from the government. But the party represents the people, the supporters of the NDC. And they should be seeing that the supporters, as we heard from the past administration, it's a food. You hear NNP people boasting that NDC wins, NDC in power, but they are enjoying the fruits of the labor of the NDC. And here NDC supporters are saying that they apply for this and that and the other, and they tell them they're not qualified. They don't have enough, but they're not qualified. Why? The people who manage these institutions like government, they were people set up by the NNP when they were in office. These are the managers. And now change of government, these people remain in the place. So they know who are the supporters of the NNP, so they're sustaining them. And those are the NNP, those are the NDC,
Right.
not really getting, they're not qualified. The Prime Minister is aware of that. That was spoken by me and others on your program which you listen, on Ken Jones' program which you listen. But what is going on? Inclusion started by Cayman Thomas. And he get leaks for that. Deacon cannot continue on the same and having his people suffering. When election come, what are we going to do? We do not vote for another party, no, we just stay home. I work in the South from since Glennis Roberts. I work in the polling station. I look at the voters list. And what I realize, if you look at every time Dr. Mitchell win an election, it's not by much. So what you're realizing, there are people that are not voting. And these are the people of the NDC who are dissatisfied and they stay home, so he's always winning. But anytime these people get fed up with him and they come back and he lose.
Yep.
And that's what made the difference in the last election. You know?
Yeah.
A lot of NDC supporters who did not vote, they stay home. They come out in 2022 and voted. Now we're on the same track today where the foot soldiers have not been attended to. But the NNP is boasting because they get in. Why? Because the managers see what those monies that government will give out before and other benefits, which cost maybe over $100 million. NDC supporters not getting much from it, and a lot of them even need. So what is going on? So the party now should step up and deal with that to ensure that change, so that the supporters who they expect to vote for them again will be satisfied to vote for them. If we don't make that correction, what the government doing is not sufficient to keep them in office. It's the people you need to keep you there. The party is who they're voting in office. They become bigger than their constituent representatives. They're not getting anything. They will not vote. And keep know that, he say he expect to go back again because we are one-term government. 1990 to 1995, one term. 2008 to 2013, one term. And he expects that will be in the next election, one term.
Right.
The party not to make trade unions, the business people. You have to make let the party lay out for you concerning the people, and then you put ahead. But we don't have it right. I'm afraid for the next election, because not only the supporters on the mainland is voicing that opinion. They have needs that they cannot handle for themselves. And when they apply just maybe NLP supporters, what they're getting, they're not qualified. And who is looking after them? You have to do better than that.
Okay. All right.
I think I'm going to stop that.
Okay.
You have to be known. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, there. 403-0101 again. 403-0101. You call and want to make a contribution. Somebody just make a comment here. And they're saying that the Prime Minister level of intelligence is too much or is too high for the so-called journalists. We have to say so-called, eh? Because we're not sure if the journalists, based on the behavior and whatever they are doing, it doesn't seem as though they qualify to be called journalists. No. Next caller, come in.
Kim, good day. Sorry to having called back. I miss a very important thing because I want to be with a group of persons to come up there and make a difference in the life of one individual in a given day.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to a program where they were talking about people, and you're all from Carriacou, so you should tell me better, where people are still underneath the houses and all of that. Could you identify in Carriacou? And the people there, I think is Voss, or if you could make contact with someone who may have the material to affix whether the complete house or just the roof, and they don't have the necessary labor support in Carriacou right now. Could someone be?
Yes, go ahead. Yeah.
Could you identify someone so that a team? I've already assembled a team already. I cannot just come up in Carriacou just like that to get it done.
Okay.
I think that is my contribution.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to be able to do that, but it has to be properly coordinated where we know where we are going. We're going to John Doe,
right,
or we're going to Mary Jane,
right,
whatever.
Right.
And that is done, and we come back down. I know there is an ongoing cleaning that is spearheaded by the Ministry of Implementation.
Yeah.
However, I think there are sometimes the boat can't even hold people to come up.
That's true.
So if someone could be identified, I think that is where I would want to make a contribution to a household in Carriacou, or maybe come up two, 3 times to get that done.
And you said you're interested in building something or contributing to building something? Assisting?
Rebuilding.
Well, okay, fine. Right.
So they may have the materials.
Yes.
They may have the materials.
Right.
But they don't have the necessary labor.
Right.
We are coming to provide the labor support for them.
Right.
Okay. Fine. Yeah. Hey.
Okay. That's nice. Just so Well, I don't know if anybody right off the bat.
I tell you what, one of the things that we're concerned about and why possibly the rebuilding process isn't starting immediately. The people don't want to go back and make the same mistake as far as quality of construction is concerned.
Okay, yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So it may be that they're trying to establish something, and probably some temporary buildings are put on so that somebody could probably just get a shelter, because some people are still in shelters, but they've been clamoring for an adjustment or much into code for houses and so on.
Well, that should be. Shelter. In my view, an accomplishment.
Hear you. Well,
so that is the sort of thing that I'm looking at.
Right. But I don't see off the but I know there. We can always find that out, and Kim has your contact or something. We'll probably inform you. We can inform you as soon as that is clear, and like you say, we know who you're coming to do what, and it's well organized, so we don't waste time.
Yes,
then that information
we come up there very early, and we can able to achieve that for the day, and then we come back down. We live close to you. We're right in the north, so it wouldn't be much of a time to get up there and to do what we have to do, and then come back down.
Very good. Thank you for the suggestion.
Okay. Well, I took your number down, so anything that I could make any contact with and see wherever you could be of some assistance, I'll get back to you. We're holding you on that, okay?
Much appreciation. But let me correct a gentleman who called before me. What Kit Mitchell did in 1999 was not wrong. That was his prerogative as the Prime Minister of the time.
You mean to just call the
to probe Parliament? Yes.
Yeah.
After Fletcher resigned, that was his prerogative. It was not wrong. The NEC could not have done anything about that in law. It was the Prime Minister's call to make as to what he did, whether he continue and whatever, or ask for the Governor General to
let me, if I track back, wasn't that the opposition was like a coalition of different representatives from different parties in 99?
No, I think well, yeah, I think that you had the GULP with Michael Baptiste and all of them other people.
Yeah.
But you see, the call there is the Prime Minister's.
Okay.
Yeah, that call was the Prime Minister's call. If he had failed to do anything about it, then there could have been maybe the opposition could have able to come together and say, "Oh, look, let me do that, blah blah blah." But you can't. It was his call. It was his call to make.
So if let me just ask a quick question there. If, for instance, the Fletcher had moved over to the other side, what could have happened? Just curious.
Well, they could just go to the governor, the majority census leader.
Okay.
And then the dynamics would have changed.
Okay.
But without doing that, you do that, the Prime Minister.
Okay. All right.
And you cannot. That is not illegal. That is within his privilege to do.
Okay. Okay. I get you.
So I want to correct the gentleman for it.
All right. Okay, caller. Thank you so much.
Good.
Okay. Bye. 403-0101 again. 403-0101. If you want to call and make a contribution, don't forget we only have one phone we're operating with today. So we ask you callers, try to be a little bit patient, If you want to call and you can't get through, you can always call back again, It's nice to have this kind of discussions, Saldio, because it's so important that, we exchange ideas to find out exactly what procedures are.
What could be done? What
could be done? Yeah.
Contribution could be made. That is fine.
Let me take another call. What's up, caller coming? Caller coming.
Morning.
Hello, yes.
Morning. Calling from mainland.
Yes, go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. I'm calling at the press conference this morning. The Prime Minister gave a good account of himself. And you see, people who you can't wait until the opposition put things down in the truth to what to say and what to do. That what they want to do.
Cut them one time.
You have to keep firm and give a good account. And some people in the ministry, you have to be careful. Some of them people in the ministry, I'm telling you, you have to change them around because they slung a lot of process in this ministry than them in Grenada here. And here's we people don't get in anything when we go there. Like them people and them blocking us from getting certain things to do. Road officers, permanent secretary, like all of them here in one. Stop it. We can't get it done in here. So we have to change up a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yes, because we volunteer, we're doing all what we do, and when time for to get something to do, we still getting blocked.
Yeah.
All right, I listen to the program. It's a good program, and I'm telling all the Prime Minister, just keep it up. You're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, caller. Yeah.
One thing I'm certain about, whatever would have caused this eventual dismissal is not the first time. He was on a delay,
Yeah.
Boy, observe and smile.
Vibes FM. Caller, come in. Yes, caller.
Kim, good afternoon, Leo.
Yes, good afternoon.
It's only good to listen to your program. I was listening to one of the callers speak a few minutes ago about they're not going to vote for the NDC again because they're not getting work. It's only the NNP. There's always different side of story or narratives, as I always tell people. First and foremost, I'm supporting a party or someone because we want or expect to get something out of it.
Yeah.
Is that the main reason why we support?
for them to support, you have to get. Go ahead, Colin.
Yes. And another thing is this. Then you're not genuine, because if you're going to be a supporter, you'll be a supporter no matter what, whether you get or you don't get. And I'm just kind of appalled and I'm just kind of saddened by the way we as human beings go about. Or if I support you, or if I'm there for you, I expect this coming from you. Listen, we already know the kind of person that Keith Mitchell is, was, and will always be. You have a chance now to make a better Grenada Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Yet, the process will not go as we expected. Kim, you live in the United States of America. Leo, you still here, you come back and forth.
Yeah.
For example, there are Democrat supporters, there are Republican supporters, and they're independent. There are people who work tirelessly for both parties. Do you think they work or they do this work because they want to get a job or get something? They want betterment for the country, for the people, the citizen, and their children, everyone. That's why they're working. They're not working for something personally. Again, why can't people become self-sufficient or self-serve? There are many opportunities that people become self-employed, but they refuse to take on that. And I remember earlier in this administration, a call was made for people, if you have skill or you have something, to try to get it going and see where it could. I mean, most of the millionaires you have in other parts of the world started doing something small. And then they didn't just get it like that. So we have to get away from this, okay, I supported a particular party or administration and I must get from the, we need to get from the narrative, and that narrative has been built and embodied in the people for too long in that Grenada Carriacou, but now it's destroying us more and more and more and more. To the NDC supporters, I must say, if you're going to come up with that idea of you're not going to vote again, then you're not truly a supporter, and you need to rethink, because it's not everything that you want or we want we will get. Sometimes we have to wait. Something might come better for you in another 2-3 years. We are too hasty to make decisions at time. Another thing with the LACO scenario, Prime Minister Jacob Mitchell handled it to the best that any leader, and I will say it again, leader, because when you think of the word leadership and a leader, that's what he exemplified. He handled it the best way he could. Yes, everybody's expecting him to come out and say this or this or that or this. No, but this is how you handle a situation. You have an internal discussion with the, and you as the leader who you are responsible, and you say, okay, this is the decision, it was going to be take X, Y, and Z. You inform that person. Now, the onus was for him to come and tell the country, okay, that he had to terminate LACO. He don't have to give them the reason why, because it's not about them. It's about him and who was working for him or who was under his leadership. So all this back and forth, everybody wants to know and all this, all that. Listen, the way that Prime Minister Jacob Mitchell handled that in his press conference, this is the kind of thing that other world leaders who are like him or even in a different league or caliber would admire and respect him. Because this is how you deal with the situation. Same like you're in a job and you're not performing. The boss is entitled to come and say to you, X, Y, and Z, Jack, Mary, whatever. You're not doing what you're supposed to do. And if this continue, I'm afraid we're going to have to let you go. There'll come sometimes they will have to let you go. What are you going to say? Oh, the boss did, oh, this, that. No. Based on your work performance and what is expected of you, if you're not fulfilling that quota, if you're not fulfilling the mandate or the timeline, decisions has to be taken. So we need to change. We need to change. I'm just sick and tired of all this thing. Oh, I work for the NDC, I campaign for the NDC and the NLP. Listen, the NLP will continue to push the dirty, nasty habits, and we're going to continue to fall for it. And it's going to be detrimental and it's going to be destructive to everyone. We need to stop.
Yeah.
We need to stop. It's time that people put Mitchell in the political cemetery where he belongs. Enough is enough. This is getting out of order.
Yeah.
So again, I just want to contribute that, and I thank you guys. And as I said, Prime Minister Jacob Mitchell did the right thing.
Okay. Okay, Colin.
You know,
all right, Colin. All right, thank you so much.
Unfortunately, there are so many more people in this world today that are selfish than those who are selfless. And you know, this the mindset that we're in today. Remember again, that's been fermenting for quite some time now, you know.
It's been, I used to call it the voting farm.
Yes, that's been that wasn't sown today.
Yeah.
He planted a long time ago.
Yeah.
So it's the crop we're reaping now.
Vibe FM. Caller, COVID.
Yes,
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I don't like the back to respond. I listen politics in the English-speaking world, okay? Because that's what that. Even in the United States, what Biden had very strong for him among the young people is what he did for them. The students loan, that's of $1.something billion. What he did, he cleared that up for them. Okay? And politicians around the world, when they work on your behalf, they expect you to remember them when election comes.
Yeah.
It is a fact. In England, the same thing. That's why they have to keep campaigning. And in areas where the politician work as a member of government, it becomes easier for him to retain his seat. That is not something that's happening now as started by the NNP. Gary had it when he was in office. From even Dr. Eric Williams, he won also on the backs of the Grenadians and the intention that he allowed to come down in Trinidad. Okay? And look to all the war where election is defined that. And when party is in office, I ain't seeing you for you. I don't know if you exist, except I hear you in the news speaking. It means that you don't concern about the constituents who vote you in. You expect to go back to them to retain that constituency? There's a no. There are people who were not getting anything under the NNP because they were known to be NDC supporters. So what do you want the NDC supporters to do when NDC is in office? Who is, there are people who cannot help themselves. Okay? There are those who trying, but they don't have sufficient. That's why the government giving the various programs to assist those people. But you have the supporters who going for the same assistance because some of them are worse than the NNP who getting. And they're not getting. Why? The management that is there are the ones who was appointed there by the past administration. So they know the people. If you ask every MP, could you identify 2,000 of your supporters in your constituency? Much of them cannot tell you. They don't have they don't have data. Okay, so they don't know who is who. There are those who know. Okay, there are those who know. But the majority don't know. You have to attend to your base. If you don't, you're in problem. Miss, I hope you're listening. I born and grew in Grenada. I went away twice for very short time. So I understand what goes on in Grenada. I know it happened in other countries. You are there for your country as a government. But you also have to remember your foot soldiers. Because not everybody in the country is for you. And there are those proceeding, they want you out. Look at those who got the pension and got charity. Under the past administration, the court annul rule in their favor. They had to demonstrate in the sun and the rain on the streets of St. George's, begging for the pension and gratuity that was never given to them. What they did, they threw their support behind the NDC, and the NDC won. So they expect now the NDC to correct that. When the Khan came in office, what did he do? He corrected it. The dark salary that was over $1 million that Dr. Mitchell took from them that went on strike, they can't give them back. and he give them the pension and gratuity. So when they realize now the government, this party now is keeping the word, they realize that this is a government or a party that they could trust. The unions negotiated with the same government for increasing salary. In less than no time, everything settled. So what the workers say, we now at peace. So we don't go back behind one who create problems for you. The lady has to understand that. That is politics. 2024.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, caller. Wow. Dialogue, back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. 403-0101. 403-0101. You want to call and make a contribution to the program, you can do so. That's the only line that we have operating. So we ask you, please be patient sometimes, And while listening to the program, you could know exactly when is the best time to call so you could get your opinions shared. Another question that came up, Koi. And I just think, this Prime Minister knows exactly how to handle his people. And he showed his intelligent experience, professionalism. Just get the words there to just back him up like that. Now, he mentioned that he had a meeting. And in the meeting there, he spoke to Lacrette and, told him exactly what transpired in presence of everybody. And then he left. The question they're asking him is that they understand that some police arrest him.
No. I think they said he was escorted out.
He was escorted out by police?
Yes. I guess, they're just reflecting what they heard. And it is their way of trying to find out if that was so or not. But the Prime Minister said.
But the Prime Minister is inside cabinet. It's a private place. They're having a meeting. How you expect to know that?
I think
police them outside.
Well, I don't think they are saying that.
So they expect him to answer that.
Yes. Well, the answer is whatever it is. If he doesn't know, he doesn't know. I mean,
no. What they're implying there is that the Prime Minister must have called police to get him out.
Yeah, and well, because I didn't hear that question asked, in saying that if that's what they wanted to find out, ask that question. But they are going on the fact that they understand and they heard.
Yeah, but so that so by saying that, what so you said it's making
if
trying to imply
if that's the answer, if that's the question,
yes,
that's
so in other words, why you do that for?
You're right.
Yeah.
So foolish.
I don't think we need to worry yourself about these questions. I think the answers are the most important issues here, because that's where we get information from, the answers. I mean, and you can see the trend of questioning. What's the source of it? I myself.
I was really, really, really shocked. I'll be honest with you, to see the response of these journalists. Like, I would not stop talking about that. The reason why is because you have to show some level of you have to be like a professional. If you don't know, ask questions. Ask people who have experience in that field how to behave, or maybe get some advice in doing that, because they all come there with one intention, and it shut them down before they even open them out. You realize that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was real professional. Yeah, and not that now. I like I'm saying again, at this juncture, they're going to realize, listen, that is a prime minister.
They're just a little slower than Keith, because long time Keith realized that somebody should mess with, and you have to come good when you come in. You see, if you check who Deacon Mitchell is, this guy is so well. When he's going to do something, even when he gets into politics, I think his first thing that he thought about, I ain't digging no bacchanal with Keith.
Right.
So when he come in and Keith started the bacchanal business, he veered far away. Mm-hmm. So Keith was so very much disoriented, he didn't know what to do. He didn't know how to fight the man, because he back in his shirt, but he can't back in him. So that's all he's capable. That's all we know.
That is that. Not that, even that. I remember asking him the question at one time and saying to him, how do you ignore such comments and everything like that?
God bless him with that temperament. Yeah, God bless him, man.
Because somebody else will answer it.
Yes, run him out. Leave him alone.
Vibes FM. Caller, come in.
Yes. Kima calling back
Yeah,
again.
yes, go ahead.
Mr. That gentleman from the south had made some very critical points, but also critical points was made by that lady who called from overseas. I was a bit surprised that Mr. Leo sat down when the gentleman first made some comments and did not say anything. But let me just say a few words. The Prime Minister's position is, and if we have a leader and we have to follow the lead, then these are some of the things that we have to consider. When a party comes into office, it comes into office to deal with all of its people and not just some of its people. Yes? So it's not a thing where NDC go come into office and they have to attend to NDC people.
Right.
And forward NMP. Vice versa, like how NMP used to do it in the past. They concentrate on NMP supporters where they could get the votes and all of those things. Because where does it stop? Who stops it? Because we cannot continue like that. All what it will do is cause division, continuous division. So somebody has to say the buck stops here. And the Prime Minister has made it clear that all of us are Grenadians and we all have to benefit from the resources of the state.
Caller,
but
sorry to call, but I don't think the gentleman is saying that we should exclude any particular Grenadians. What he's saying is that you should...
No, Mr. Leo, I know the gentleman very well. I know what he's saying.
Include your foot soldiers. Include your foot soldiers. Don't leave them out.
That is why I call.
Yeah.
That is why I call.
Yeah.
And there's a word that we call, being humiliated. And Mr. Leo, I can speak to it because I know it. I see it every day. If someone is juking your eyes, is humiliating you every day about a particular thing, and then one day you gain victory over that thing, only to realize that you haven't gained any victory at all because that person still has that dominion over you. How do you feel? You ever felt being laughed at? Laughed at?
Is that a good feeling?
It's not a good feeling. And that is what I would say in response to the both discussions that have taken place. I would ask the government and party to look at that. Because one of the things that the Democratic Party in America, I follow the politics every day in America. One of the things that the Democrats are feeling is because the people felt that there was not any significant difference. And not that there isn't. There isn't. There is difference. But it is not reaching them. And we can speak of that in Grenada. Being humiliated, the word has been used that you are in government, but we in charge. That statement has a lot of credibility. A lot of credibility. But we all have to look after everybody. I am not the one who support the view that some people should. No. Everybody, it should be done on a fair basis. And there are persons, I would just go so far as to say this. There are some persons who are in key position. The government has to look at them. And I make no apologies for so saying, because they still continue with the status quo, and some people are definitely marginalized. I don't think Mr. Cambridge was talking about when the NDC people go and vote, they vote for war. Yes, there are certain amount of elements in that. Yes, but a lot of the people who I know are NDC people who are disgruntled. They are not disgruntled as a result of not getting a vote. No, they are not. I can safely say, share with them on a daily basis. There are some other elements that is causing that what you call fracture that distancing. It is unfortunate that we have to come and speak them sort of thing on the radio, but maybe that is where it was resonate in terms of reaching those persons we have to reach. They are just not in. Let me tell you something. That is why I say to you that I'm exceedingly proud of Tevin Andrews in Carriacou. And Mr. Leo, I know you. I know you well. I hear you. I listen to you a lot. You all should be very proud. Kim and Koi should be proud of this man in Carriacou because he in touch with the people. That is not happening in a lot of the constituencies in Grenada. And I think that is where the serious breakdown starts. Because if you are in touch, then a lot of the things that Tevin is doing, that those MPs in Grenada are not doing, they will be able to catch up. That is where I end for today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
403-0101. 403-0101. If you want to call and make a contribution to the program, it's nice to hear people speaking, and dialogue back and forth,
Yes.
That's how we share information. We gain knowledge.
But you see, the convention, in this instance, what covers all and what conquers all? Education.
That's it.
Education. And
this is what he was always talking about for the longest while. Education is key. And if we don't educate, get a proper education, we're nowhere.
Because, you see, this practice of attending to some and ignoring others that was introduced to Carriacou, well, I must say, if it didn't start, but it surely sped up with Elvin Nimrod.
Yeah.
And it has done something to the Carriacou psyche. I mean, it has, put us apart, and we all do us for it. Now we've grown a generation of young people who they only care about themselves. A lot of young people nowadays, they don't care for their parents, let alone. So you're asking people like that to be, community members or people contributing to communities. All that they know is for me, give me more what I get, and that's all. And that's who we are to a great extent nowadays. So very different to the Carriacou I know growing up in Carriacou.
Our growing up was different. Much different to that kind of what's going on there now. But again, it's a system that was planted.
Well, it was a dirty trick that was implemented to buy loyalty and stay in power. And the sad fact of it, to the younger Carriacouan than myself, who just coming up nowadays talking about continuing that legacy as though it's something good.
Yeah.
Continue that legacy, that legacy of division. And that legacy of, you get and you don't get. And so that's why the manner, I'm talking about the food now, the manner that's coming from Kit Mitchell 7 was administered from his office.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because Mr. Papa got to give you that to it. So, and we feel so, we can see, but, experience is a hell of a thing. Because I've been around the block for so long, I've seen then and I've seen now. So I at least could compare and contrast.
You might even be seeing the future too.
Well, I hope so. Hope so. Every time I think about the future and I watch like one new establishment, I say, oh,
no good material.
Is you you have in mind?
Me have in mind. We go
that. And close to you too?
Yes. And I say, I want to take a long grief. Really going that.
All right, again. 403-0101. 403-0101 and only one number we have here. One number. 403-0101. We ask our callers again, be patient with us, okay? You're trying to get through and we realize that quite a number of calls are coming there and the lines are being used. So we ask you please be patient again. Okay. But this press conference that took place this morning is going to hit the headlines, and every journalist now, I believe, will go back to the drawing board and start being or try to educate themselves to be a journalist. I think it's a starting point.
No,
because they realize, listen, this is not By the way, Prime Minister, you know, Prime Minister.
Don't be surprised if you hear them say that what should be instituted is that the Prime Minister should be forced to tell. You know, they said something similar.
Somebody made a comment on that. Yeah, tried to make a comment on that, you know, and saying like it's his responsibility to tell the nation.
Yeah. No. What it was again, Auntie Anne Miss Ferry was leading the league in that regard. Or that, I think when it was the Prime Minister saying, if you want to ask me a question, come, let me know you're asking me before you.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
And then they were trying to form their own rule and regulation.
Yeah.
But Diablo did the same thing, you know. Nobody commented, nobody said anything about it. They just went along with the program.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But no, you know, not that, but I remember, as you mentioned, Diablo mentioned something. There was one time he made a statement, and when he says, and he knocked the table, he says, "Don't go there."
Yes, of course. That's why when you used to come on your sister station here,
yeah,
the question is, how your pants tight so? Why does do to stay in shape? And nothing to do with the country, but foolish questions. And nobody ever asked him, what you gonna do for Carriacou?
Vibes FM, caller.
Yeah, Kim.
Yes, go ahead.
Man, this journalist, they ain't gonna never learn, man. They ain't nothing but a bunch of peons, man. They ain't gonna never learn.
Okay. All right, caller. Thank you so much, Jay. Okay. Next caller, come in. Caller, you live.
Good morning.
Hello, yes.
Hello.
Yes, hello, yes.
Yes, good morning. I would like to make a contribution.
Yes, go ahead.
You have to be patient, as I guess we're not the only ones, as one caller said, that believes that politics has to be the way it is displayed. I've lived many decades, and what people don't realize that a government is to serve the country and to fix and to build and to develop the country. It cannot, will not, never has, and never will be to sustain individuals. So if I vote because I want a job, that personally, it's not going to happen. So it always benefits one group of people over another. We have got to educate ourselves, basic civics. What is the purpose of a government? So you're voting people in office that would do more and develop the country. Not me, but the country. For instance, building roads, maintaining roads, schools, and so on, and building hospitals, a structure, and making sure that the country has the structures it needs to operate. We have got to get away from this. I'm voting because I want a job. And I don't know how much of that is going on, or if people are promulgating this type of language. We have never served, it leads into a certain direction, and we don't want to live under that direction. So we have to be patient. We have to give it time. It took many years, 50 years for us to get here. It's going to take how many decades for us to realize that what we need to do is to educate ourselves, because when you educate yourself, I'm not talking education going necessarily to higher education, but to read and understand what is the role of government. And when we understand that, we learn to get up and get for ourselves and our families and leave government to take care of the infrastructure that the country needs to move forward. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your call. Yes.
Until such time as there's a change in our thinking, and again, coming back to education, because what we do, we give a vote to an individual.
Yeah.
And when that individual that you've given the vote to, if he's fortunate and he wins an election, now we've surrendered all our rights to that employee we just hired.
Yeah.
And
that's an employee, you know.
Yeah, he's an employee. So as long that vote you given is for him to become our boss.
Yes.
You hired the person, the boy, the girl, whoever it is, the man or the woman, you hired them, then you employ until we understand it and we see that we will always be behind the 8 ball. You, the employer, I'm the employer, I'm paying your salary, but we don't see it that way.
No.
They turn the savior. And especially to make, you know, see how much security kids having? 10. The return, Papa God.
You know, one of the things, and I like that the fact that Solio, you raised the concern that we should change that kind of mindset.
Yeah.
One of the things that we have to really drill down in our system is that the reason why we vote, the reason why there is an election. You know, and we have to get back to the place where we are understanding the reasons why we vote.
Education.
It's not it's not for a person, but to support a system. That's why they have all these manifestos and so on. So it is on that they live by when they are elected. Yeah. So you vote for reasons, and I mean policies. What do you want? What would you like to see happen in health, for example? And the best part, the party that has the best plan is the one you support. You know what I mean? What would you like to see in education? How would you like to see your tourism develop? And the one that has the best plan for getting that thing that you want to see is the one that you support. I wouldn't even say vote. You know. So the point is, why do we vote? Because, oh boy, I know Sir Leo, we grew up together. Oh, whatever. I know Kim. Whatever. Is that the reason or reasoning that we have in voting? That mindset has to change. We vote for policies, development, not personalities only. I mean, yes, you might have to have some personalities, but I'm just saying the core of voting is for development, comes through the policies of the various parties.
No, you see, we just vote for a party because they have more vehicles in the motorcade.
Yeah.
So everybody getting free gas.
Yes.
Those good from us. They getting free gas. So you have motorcade from Leicester to Carriacou, and that's so the party strong.
Yes.
And more they riding as a donkey at Duba dry season. Now you putting a bag on your back when you're riding.
Duba?
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is where again, as our Prime Minister been saying, education.
Absolutely.
And this is the word I believe that the opposition doesn't like. They don't like the word education because it's going to empower you to make the right decisions.
You'll know and you'll ask questions that you can answer.
Right.
So that's how it is.
Yeah.
We do education. Thank God for Deacon Mitchell. But emphasize education, lift people. And you know, when you lift people, you as even the big man up there, you live a more comfortable life because people don't come and break your place when you're there. People don't come and loot when they buy, even hurricane.
Vibes FM caller. Vibes FM caller.
Hi guys. Hi, I'm just saying good afternoon to everybody.
Oh, good afternoon. Yeah.
Good afternoon, Kim and Mr. Joseph and everybody else. Good afternoon to you all guys. So Joey doing, boy?
You know something?
I'm so overwhelmed with it. Just Carriacou and I'm so overwhelmed. You won't believe it. I think of you all every single day.
Yeah.
I pray for you all every single day. As I could just imagine the people that are going through what they're going through. I could just imagine. With Ivan, I didn't have anything happen to me, but I saw people around me and just driving around on a day-to-day basis. When I saw the houses and so on the ground, it started to affect me. So I could just imagine what is going on up in Carriacou. So I'm really, really sympathize with you all up there. I'm thinking of you all the time.
Yes.
I hope one of these days I will be able to come. It makes sense coming up there because I can't do what I would love to do up there.
Yeah.
That's
true. But my heart is out there for you all. I did the gym sent stuff for you all up there, and everywhere else I pass somebody, you dip something and put in somebody thing for you all in Carriacou. So I did a little bit I could do.
Well, thank you.
But I think
Right.
I'm thinking of you all the time. The thing with Laco, I was out all morning because I had to bring my car to Hobart to service the car.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Every six months you had to service the car. So I didn't hear much of the press conference. I guess I will go back to it and get it again. But I can't say what I know because the Prime Minister, from what I hear, he would not have gone into any details with anything, and I wouldn't go into those either. So I guess you all know what all you know, and we will just leave it just like that.
Amen. Right. Amen.
You know, he is the leader. He's a young guy that's full of wisdom. If we believe in God and we believe in prayers, when we ask God for certain things, He gives it to us. And I believe that He has loaded this young man with a lot of wisdom, and he does things in the right way. And I'm proud of him anywhere I go. I always say to somebody, if I am not an NDC, if I decide one of these days, which wouldn't happen, and I'm not a member of the NDC, there is no way else I'm going to be in anybody else's party. I just cannot do that because of I know what the NNP is entailed. I know them. I lived here and I know them, and there is no way I would go join them or just leave my party and go and join because of ill will. It's so not so good at all. But the only thing I would say is that God is in control of Grenada, always were. He is in total control of the government and us as a people. When he's ready to call us home, he calls us home. When he's ready to discipline us, he disciplines us. And I don't want you all to forget is real and God is good. And not everybody that talk about God, because I always tell my friends that. To know God, you have to have an encounter with Him. To really do know God, you have to have an encounter with God. You not just somebody telling you about God and then you think you know God. And a lot of us talk about God. We call Him name. We do all kind of a thing. And deep down in the heart, man is different. Man is different. And I tell you, I am so surprised and disappointed with this one. I am so disappointed with this one that the things that he has done and the things that I'm so surprised. Still not surprised because human beings are something else that you have to be very, very, very careful of. And I tell you something. When you think you know somebody, you don't. When you think you know somebody, you don't. And more and more I live, the more and more I understand that. When you think you know somebody, they will laugh and talk and everything with you, but deep down, they don't like you. And it takes a while before it comes out, but it comes out.
My dear.
At the end of the day, it comes out. You understand what I'm saying, Mr. Joe?
Yeah. Yes.
I can't say what I want to say. But, and a lot of the from what you always saying, a lot of the journalists looking for the details, and everybody's saying all kind of a thing. But this morning, very early, about 7 o'clock, somebody says to me, the Prime Minister, there is a lot of things that he would not say. He will not get into details. That's what somebody said to me. He will not get into details, and he will not get into details. And I'm not going to tell you the details either. He is our Prime Minister. If when he decides to, if somebody is there and he cannot work with them, because they're supposed to be a team playing, and they're supposed to be serving the country, not to show off, not to play thing. I don't know if the jacket and tie make some of them silly, but it's a team playing for the country of Grenada. It's to serve us, serve the country. That's what it is. That's what leadership is, to serve the country, not yourself, not anything else. to serve the country. And the day he realized that they're not serving, he moved them because he had said so, you know.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know if you remember that he said that he has raised their salary so that anyone that's thieving money, you remember something to that effect?
Yeah.
He will set it exactly. Exactly. So I am always proud of Prime Minister Deacon. He's a man of integrity and he's a man of substance. All little children want to be like him. And when whoever it is that cannot walk with him, that not working on behalf of the country, move them. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
That's it.
Move them.
That's it.
And nobody should be feeling how I know kind of I don't know. I know nobody should. My son says to me, Mom, what me one of these days you go fire me. I say, well, if you do something wrong, you will find out. You find out. One of these. I said, Mom, so you go fire me. I say, yeah, one of these days you will do anything wrong, and after I talk to you a couple of times, yeah, I will. Yeah. I will. So you know, that's what I could say. I can't say more, and I don't want to say more anyway. Okay. But I'm just saying my heart on heart, Mr. Joe.
Yes, my dear. Let me tell you this.
I hope you don't vex with me, you know.
No,
No. But listen, boy, I was calling you all since I was calling all you since this Saturday. Yeah. I wasn't getting Kim, I wasn't getting you. I was calling you all since this Saturday to say, listen, this thing going to be big up in Carriacou. Make sure you protect all your documents. I was calling all you. I couldn't get all you Saturday. I couldn't get all you Sunday.
No, let me tell you.
I was calling you all.
Hello. I know my people good in heart, and I know who's thinking about me and not. But let me make a confession. Right. Let me make a confession. I was in your neighborhood recently, you know, but I was so busy. But I promise you, anytime in the near future you hear you do knock, don't be surprised. I am.
You were down here Sunday in Carriacou roundabout?
No. I'd come along for something else, but nonetheless, we'll catch up. But again, to support what you're saying, we've given the authority to hire, fire, inform, and confirm. So he hired and he fired, and when he wants to inform, he go inform us, and when he want to confirm, he confirm us. So leave it alone.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Kim.
Yeah.
Kim.
I'm here.
It's so good. It's really good to hear. So listen, did any of you are you all building? Well, I know Mr. Joseph is what you sent, the message you sent for me. But Kim, did you have any damage or anything like that? Because I couldn't.
My damage was real.
Listen. Yeah. Don't ask anybody from Carriacou if they are damaged. If they wasn't damaged physically, they were damaged mentally. the trauma, this thing was. Everybody got a taste. This burial is an equal opportunity destroyer. Yeah. It affected every Carriacouan.
Equal opportunity?
Equal opportunity destroyer. He ain't spared nobody. He ain't prejudiced. Very fair.
What's his name?
Koi. Yes.
Koi, what happened? Koi, you were damaged badly as well?
Yes,
I think seriously. All the time, you know.
Seriously, I had some structural damages, which I would
nobody was spared. Let's just say nobody was spared.
No,
okay.
Well,
I am. Go ahead.
That's not right. We were just spared life, eh? So thank God for that.
Yeah.
So and somebody was telling us, God show you what could happen. So live life good and build back properly. That's
exactly.
All. That's all.
Exactly. I agree. Listen, it's good to hear you all. I've been children putting me now on your station now so I could speak.
Yes.
I did well because the telephone will be something else. It will take a while.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I love you all a whole lot. And one of these good days I will just come and knock on you.
Okay, right.
When I could able to help, because right now is more manual labor you all need up there anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, they love you more.
Yeah, but
and stay strong.
I really do.
Yes.
I will. Love you all guys.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, all right. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Yes, bye. Okay. Again, the number 403-0101. 403-0101. You want to call, eh? Yeah, yes. You said something else earlier?
No.
Oh, okay. But we speak about building back better.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important for us to pay attention to what we are saying. because the impression I'm getting out there is that people of the opinion is that you could just knock up a shack.
No, I tell you again, I mean, burial was bad, but oh my, there are a few things that burial did wasn't so wrong, you know, and there are a few places around that burial have helped us get rid of. Now we must make an effort to do things and do things right. Take a little time, it's not all right, but we want to build back and build back better.
Better hold it out for a while. Vibes FM, caller, come in.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Yes.
Yes, I'm just want to share my sympathy with the people of Carriacou.
Yes,
Sir,
okay.
thank you.
And
Thank
I
you.
know that the Lord has all you in mind still. So what we need to do is get on the ground and start to work and continue to depend on His strength. Because man cannot do nothing for us. They only could talk.
So
That's all what they're doing, just talking. But He said, "You have those who help themselves. Once we put ourselves to the labor and we get going, we shall build back better and we shall be better." Because He promised us that once we stay in His will, everything will be all right. Thank God for you all to continue to be on the station.
Yes, okay.
And I pray for you all to be stronger and that you all will continue to do the good work you are doing. All good things to the people of Carriacou.
Okay.
Have a very good evening.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
evening too.
Thank you.
So
back on the building back better. You know, this is so important for us to understand what we are saying. And if we don't do that, we'll be just as they sometimes say, spinning top in mud.
But Kim, you know what? One of the things that we have not touched on it yet, you know. But in the wake of burial, you listen to certain conversations out there and how we as Carriacouans reacted to the ravages of burial and the effort we made to help ourselves. And I am submitting to you now that there were some statements and complaints that I heard that wasn't too complimentary, that wasn't too positive. That to a certain extent, and I'm troubled by that we in some instances didn't do enough to help ourselves. And again, I think that comes from that mindset of not helping ourselves.
Right.
Gimme.
Yeah.
We behave as people who drown in, and when somebody give you honest, say, no, you give me yours. You know, and there's some truth to that, you know.
Yeah.
And so much so, we're talking about building back. And it's unfortunate, don't all people sit there and say, well, you're bringing somebody else to do the work and we're here. We want to know if we're going to do work, if we're going to build back, we want people to work.
Yeah.
We want people to watch.
No, that's it, yeah.
Because if, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we like spectators.
You're not spectators, you had to throw yourself in. God help those who help themselves. And that mentality, boy, is very, very much ingrained in the Carriacou of today. Unfortunately, very much unlike the Carriacou that we grew up in.
Vibes FM, caller coming. Hello, caller.
Yes, Mr. Kim, Mr. Coy,
yes,
and Mr. Joseph.
Hi,
Honorable.
good day, sir. Good day, sir.
Senator Joseph.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So, Leo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, nice hearing you guys back.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks now since you've been back and I've been listening.
You okay?
And I said today I have to call in and say, welcome back.
Thank you.
And thank God for life. And thank God for life, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, we just have to give God praise and thanks because anything could have happened, but God spared you guys' life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the struggle have to continue.
Right.
And as we say, and you always believe in togetherness, and I have my mantra right now, is stronger together.
Exactly so.
Yep.
Stronger
together.
We are going to be stronger together. Yeah. My grandmother and them used to tell us, if you take a bundle of sticks even a boxer match, for example.
Harder to break.
And you take 12 stick a match and put together.
You can
Try
break
to break all of them one time. It's hard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Strength in numbers.
Yeah. Okay. Strength in numbers. All right, Colin.
Stronger.
Okay.
Yes.
And better.
All right.
I just want to give I know it's what 1-9 you have, and I just want to give concerning those supporters, that people are claiming to be supporters of the NDC. I mean, in my opinion, this is not what I know. I've been supporting NDC since St. Louis days. I used to be with St. Louis. Even when they went to the island and they drink the broth, I supported St. Louis.
Okay.
And then when the split happened and they went by themselves, I stuck with them till man Thomas and St. Louis and them right through. So I know what it is to be a supporter of the NDC. I've been there for years. But in 2008 when they won, I had a job and I lost my job when they won. But that didn't. No, I'm only saying that to say that didn't deter me from being a supporter, because I know it's not their fault.
Right.
It's not anybody's fault when you lost your job. What happened is I was on contract under the former ministry. I was on a contract and was to get permanent just around the time NDC coming, and they canceled the contract. So so I had but it didn't deter me from continuing to support them, because I knew what is going on is government, and what people call government and what we call party is two different things. So not because you support a party, you will get a job, or you'll keep your job, or they'll give you preference in anything. So you have to look at it. And in my opinion, it was a good thing for me, because I went and worked with a local company, a private company, and with the job I was going to get, I couldn't go past 60.
Okay.
But I went past 60 with the private company, which was a better thing for me.
Okay.
I went past 60 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, I lost. I didn't get it.
But you gained
in the end because of I gained in the end because I could have worked beyond 60. That actually, when I sent in my resignation after about 61, the manager said to me, where you going? You're retired. What are you talking about? I said, sir, I'm about to leave the country. That's Then he said, oh, that's when you understand why I retired. But with him, I could have gone to 65.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, from the age I could have gone to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Once you're strong enough to work,
All right.
So I'll leave you now.
Okay.
But what they're saying about supporting the foot soldiers, I agree. The people actually who doing the work on the ground, the boots on the ground,
you
have to look out for them. I agree to that, because at the time, what I am talking about there, I was not involved one-on-one, but I was supporting silently, because you're working with government, you can't go out and support publicly. So
right. Yeah.
I was just on the sidelines.
Okay.
But those who doing the foot soldiers, who were there with you from time to time,
you got to pay some attention.
Look out for them. You got to look out for them. It's like, okay, you are let's see, and all your whole set of fish coming in. And when you come in your hotel, you ain't giving him none. You can't tell him. It's the same aspect. You have to look at it,
Yeah.
Because what they call it is canvassing. You're throwing a net. You're throwing a political net already to catch votes. And when you get a net full of fish and you come in now, you tell the person who went already there to catch a fish, you can't go on.
At all.
That's so good, right? At all. Yeah. So just think about it like that. And I think that's what he's talking about. What Cambridge is talking about. Everybody know now is I know. That's what he's talking about. The foot soldiers. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's a man from the south, and I'm in Brooklyn, living in Brooklyn, but I'm a man from the south.
Okay.
And last election, another thing I want to say, last election I came home just to be in the polling station. And I pay my flight to come home. It's not like anybody has to pay for me to come home. I pay my own trip to go home just to support
Yes. The agenda.
Andy, well, you know, Andy's a village boy. You're housing scheme. I live in housing scheme. Andy's my man. I saw like my son. Me and my son actually went to school together.
Okay.
So he's like my son. So I go home, and it's not as if I ask him for a drink or anything back. Nothing so. Not even not to buy a drink for me.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, that is good.
And when you support it, you support it.
Yeah.
As I said, you're campaigning and boots on the ground. Well, you have to consider those that. But when you're supporting, it's like you're looking for anything. You're supporting because you like that person. You want that person to be there, and that's it.
That's the idea.
Anyway, you all guys have a blessed week.
Okay.
Thank you.
And we'll see. And happy, saying Koya and everybody, happy Emancipation Day, man.
Yes, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Emancipation Day, yeah. All right then.
Okay,
I think on that note, I think what the folks in Grenada and Carriacou and Pidimati need to do, Mr. Joseph, is to emancipate themselves from
mental slavery. None but ourselves could free our minds.
Yes. They have to free their mind, yeah.
All right
Then. Take care and have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
You know, today is the 1st of August, and there was supposed to be some huge celebration about our
yes, caller.
emancipation and so
Caller,
on.
go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead. You're on, caller. Go ahead.
Hello, Kim.
Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon to you and your team.
Afternoon, sir.
I must say, I'm in sympathy with the people of Carriacou and Pitimatnik. I have been to Carriacou a couple of weeks ago, and I saw for myself with my eyes. Actually, I went up there. I brought up my van full of provisions, breadfruit, pig, and so on, and just distributed to people. I put it on the boat. I paid for it. I didn't tell not anything. So I didn't want any help except the help that I got was for people who contributed, and I thank the people of who contributed some cash along with what I did myself. And I went up there and distributed, and the people were very happy, that they got some provisions and some vegetables and things, some little toiletries and so on.
Yeah.
So I've been to Carriacou and I've seen for myself, tears came out my eyes when I see some people just sitting by a pile of rubble that used to be their house. Right? So when people talking and saying all kind of things, they must go and see for themselves, see what's happening. Because, they just run in the mud and saying all sorts of things. Right?
Yep.
Imagine, I mean, you're driving around and people, you've seen people, the people are traumatized, they're displaced, they're mentally affected, they cannot think for themselves. And then you have a political GA will talk about maybe this is the time to give people work. The government should put people to work now and pay them. So they can't even operate. They don't know where to turn to, how to turn, right? I need another statement. I say, Grenada collecting enough money. This is enough money now to give people temporary shelter. We don't want temporary shelters. We want permanent structures. Put up temporary shelter and another hurricane come and lick it down again. So spin it up and more. We're going over.
Definitely.
So when I hear, this fool talking about putting people to work and we having they collect enough money, I wonder how did these green people think? You understand? Maybe when he paid the bill, the telephone bill, then we have enough money. Tell him that. Right? So I'm in sympathy with okay. I've been there, spent almost a whole week there. I started with a guy downstairs the house. All of that was damaged, water coming down on that, but we did. And I went wrong and sympathized with the people and gave out what I could give out. I felt very happy to do so.
Yeah, thank you for your effort.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you for your effort.
Tell this activist and this NMP activist, know what they're saying, know what they're saying, because I mean it's way out of context the statement they're making. Right? Anyway,
take care.
I think you know who's speaking.
I know, man. I know. You always pass and check me. You check me all the time.
That's right. Thanks for fixing the key for me the other day. Anyway,
okay.
So good luck, and I wish
you know.
Right.
I wish all the best of Carriacou and they could have things going. I know things start they clean up and so on, and
Yeah, yes, it's coming along nice.
people trying to put things together.
Mm.
We will get there. I'll visit again sometime. We will get there. I promise. One of my friends who lost the entire tailor shop and his house and everything was burnt and so on. I
Yeah.
promise when he starts to build back, I will come and help him.
All right.
You know, help him.
Yes.
Build back. If whatever little, if it's to drop a bucket of concrete or whatever, I will come to do that.
That's nice.
Right?
Okay.
And some others again. Bernard, who lost his house too, who was taken by friends and other people. I will do what I can. Okay.
Fine,
So
sure.
thank you very much for
No
giving me the
problem,
time to express myself.
Yeah, but next
And,
time you come, pass and check me, man. Pass.
all right, I'll do that, Jim. I'll do that.
Okay.
Thanks again.
Okay then.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Thank you.
You have a lot of good people out there.
I mean, you know, Carriacou wasn't sold short, you know. I mean, we got a great amount of assistance, you know. Great amount of assistance.
Yeah, and we still getting assistance.
We still getting assistance.
I don't think we have necessarily received half of what we'll be getting, because we keep saying at the beginning, from the beginning, this is a long haul, you know. This is not a sprint; it's a marathon. And if we get stuff now, as we are getting now, and we don't we're not mindful, you know.
But come on, Carriacouans, get in the game, get in the game,
Yeah.
get in the game, get
That-
in the
that's
game,
it,
get
yeah.
in the game, and let's do for self. Let's do for self, and we're great people, and we have the what it takes.
Some people are saying because of the trauma, you're getting this kind of reaction, but I don't want to believe.
No trauma. That kind of.
Well, you see, we gotta be careful here, guys. We gotta be careful here. The way you might be able to respond to a situation, everybody will not be able to respond to it in a way. Just yesterday, for example.
You
So,
go ahead.
this is what I'm saying. Somebody said to me, "Hey, well, I never know this person used to drink." You know, if it's a local slang, right? You drinking, and the response was, "Well, you know, this time people do things without even thinking about the consequences, and the mind is so confused and cannot think properly." The point I'm making by saying that is people respond differently. I did not result in that same in what a person is doing, but we all went through the period together. So people respond to things differently, and we have to really and truly extend some empathy and try to hold a hand across. I mean, you know.
You know, the Carriacouan I know, I go to know. We're tough. I know what they say when the going get tough.
Tough gets going.
Well,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
yes, it is traumatic. Yes, I mean, sometimes you have to stop and collect yourself again before you keep on moving on.
Yeah.
But by and large, there are too many people that are not doing what we as Carriacouans know Carriacouans are capable of.
Yeah.
That is my. I tell you.
No, you're right. You're right. That's a fact.
But yes, let's also understand that we have to. I mean,
what I just said, what we have to understand, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
More of us.
Yeah.
What
we have to also understand that people are different. Yeah, and give them the space. Give them the space to be different.
But
yes,
we have a problem here, Solu, and I just want to touch on it before we close our program today, because I've been observing it. Is that in Carriacou rebuilding back, we are lacking a major factor, and that's labor.
Big time.
Big time. We don't have the labor force in Carriacou.
No, absent, totally absent. We don't have it. We don't have the labor. Forget it. Even good. I mean, before burial.
Yes.
I was involved in a little project, and I could tell you what I was experiencing. And the people coming to work, and it's not. They cannot say that you're underpaying them because you're giving them what they ask for and more.
But
then they still can't get people. Why is it? So sometimes my good friend here and colleague here on the right hand side, I know which Catholic church into a school, but he's so very understanding. He remind me of some parents with a child that is 20 years old and he's still sleeping when the morning come. And but you know the child can do this and what's going on here? We know we have to get up and get.
We have to. We have to.
You see,
far behind.
Those parents, those good to boy, but we can't have them again. But every time I think of my parents, I want to cry because that lady instilled something in you.
Boy.
you have to bow to nobody after that.
No, definitely.
You have to bow. That kind of independence she gave you.
From the time
you could live life.
Yeah, no. You couldn't sleep late in bed. You're crazy. And make sure you everything is done, you know.
Well, and
you
you
had to do.
And you know, back in the day, most of us, when we had a bedroom, everybody, you share your floor.
Yes.
So you had to pick up your bed, and when she tell you once, get up and twice, she wet your bed so good. Consequence for your behavior. You must know if you don't get up, you got to go out and put your bed.
Yeah.
But what are we going to do about that now? We need to address that issue.
Yes. Carriacou is suffering.
Was this suggestion I've heard us complain about this problem, and it is a problem. What is the solution that we bring to the table?
Well, education.
Oh,
education. Teach yourself that you're nobody until you're able to take care of yourself. That you must not depend on somebody else, and somebody else just make up your mind for you. You know, do for self first. You have to be able to. You must be independent. Don't expect you must be. You have a life to enjoy. If you're not independent, anytime you have to depend on somebody, you become hostage. That's not good enough.
So
contribute.
So what we say now a while ago there about emancipation and emancipate yourself from mental slavery.
That's what Bob Marley was talking about.
Yes.
Think for self, emancipate. Don't let nobody control your mind. That's what Bob Marley is saying. None but ourselves could free our mind.
Okay.
I have no fear for what I'm. I'll tell you.
Vibes FM.
What
guys? Hold on. Let me take it. Last caller.
Go ahead,
Vibes FM caller you on.
Hey, Kim, with your permission, just
yes,
1 minute.
Yes,
I like something. Yeah, last week Tuesday, all right. The Clarice Morris was talking about bringing a group of people to start the building process. All right, and once again, we see that NNP want to do their own thing without going to the right channels. You know, I heard the gentleman from Sote say about he would like to come up there, you know, get a couple guys together and put things together. You know, I mean, I don't mind like people going up there to do stuff like that. Well, let me say like somebody maybe have a existing house what in front of maybe the roof just to put back some galvanized and thing. I mean, that could be cool. But you have to say like the building process, we have to do it right. We have to go through planning and all these things and enforce. You understand? To make sure that you get it right. So when NNP want to bring a group of people, just like how they bring the toilet, they don't know where to dump the waste. I mean, just how they bring the Meals on Wheels.
And they had to shut them
down.
down.
Well, let me give you guys a joke. Let me give you a joke before you think that she said first you have food up there, they dumping in the sea. That's true, Kim?
No.
They're dumping in the sea.
Clarice Morris said that. Clarice Morris said the Meals on Wheels is walking and so much of food they have to dump in the sea.
You mean those that those that they dumped were from those that they closed down?
Well, I don't know, but if they dump what they closed down, then they have a right to do it.
Like the international kitchen that goes about like in war and all these different things they serve in hot meal.
Yeah.
Right.
But
you understand? And another thing she said, and I want to confirm because I heard in the interview too, where she said that the Samaritan Port will be there for like 2 weeks more. You know, and I wonder where the lady getting that because I listen to the guy goes and the guy running the operation over there. He said they will be in Carriacou as long as it takes. You understand?
Right. Yeah. Well, I could confirm that too because I spoke to them because of the media, and they come to me from time to time and we speak. You know, and there is no time limit as far as they're concerned on their presence on the island.
Honestly, let me just use this opportunity to talk about Samaritans first. That is an outfit that was of. I mean, immense and tremendous help to us, you know, man. You have desalination plants in different parts of Carriacou. People just come and fill the bucket and go water, you know. Food, medicine,
everything.
Joke to me. I get a nail joke and in no time flat, tetanus shot, antibiotics, and have all those good things. In no time flat. Excellent, excellent, excellent. They were really, I mean, they really were the hoots, boy.
Definitely.
Samaritan sports.
And in many other areas
every
they
time
assisted.
I pass, I said to them, thank you. If you'd gone to the emergency hospital down by the stadium.
The stadium, I saw, yeah, passed by
I
there.
thought I was in Kings County.
You know, I wanted to just get sick just to go there.
Yeah. Hold on. People, hold on. Just hold on a while, please. This is interesting. People are planning to they wish they get sick.
Yeah. To go to Emergency Sports Hospital.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, people. Yes, I can thank them more.
Yeah.
And they'll be here for a while because there's no time limit as far as they told me when they're gonna leave. You know, they say as long as it's necessary for them to stay, they're gonna be here. So that's it, you know. So
those-
whatever stories you're hearing on us today coming from Clarice and them, that's propaganda.
Yeah, those desalination plants. I say when people won't come and don't just come and full all the bucket and go. That person standing, they say thank you.
I spoke to them about the desalination plant too, and you know what they were saying to me? They would love to leave it here.
Yes.
And get someone who is able to run it properly, so we could have long use of that. As much as we need it.
But when you watch the equipment alone, you see the price.
Yeah.
Must be an expensive.
Yeah, caller.
Yeah, just
Yes, yeah, no, but these are some of the comments you're hearing where we're making as it pertains to Samaritan Post. But don't worry, Clarence and them, man.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
We never had it better. I tell you, I've been seeing a few full moons in Carriacou, and I've experienced a few emergencies and hurricanes. The response was great, and not only great, but punctual. We didn't have to wait, man.
But one question I forgot to ask them, you know, is that how they got here so fast? Where were they?
I don't know.
Barbados.
Like, huh?
They
were in Barbados?
Yeah.
Barbados.
I'm into it.
I know.
They was here like practically the next day.
I know they were headquartered in North Carolina, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the amount of equipment and just about everything. Ernesto?
Yes, Mr. Leo.
Oh yeah, we have somehow I think Carriacou have to get together. You see how we are the world? We have to do a thank you in that vein to the rest of the world for the assistance they gave to us.
But something I know about these people, all right? When they come, what they do, like they rotate doctors. So you know what I mean? So the same set of people don't really remain there because they are like different countries that they walk into. You understand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I couldn't understand why she go make such a stupid statement like that. You understand? Like they still coming in Carriacou the other day when Evelyn Pierre come with maybe about 3 pot of pill. They feel like that's what Carriacou people want.
Well, what is surprise you? So if it's Clarice Morris and Clarice Morris is NNP, what other statement you expect her to make than stupid statement?
And your guy, they behind too, you know. Your guy, they behind back, you know.
Don't say we guy.
All right, but anyway, that's another subject.
For that time, right now, right? Oh, we say thank God we survived very well. We played back. Yes.
Yeah. I know the program coming to an end, and I was the last caller. So
send me.
You send it for me, you know.
I didn't forget to give you time to talk, man. Don't worry.
All right, okay then. Thank you.
Mr. Coy, I didn't get to say hi to you, Mr. Coy. So I hope everything is good with you and your family, Mr. Coy.
Well, I understand that. But thank you very much. We are alive. And,
all right.
yeah.
A quick question before I go to him. Okay, the guy from PT Martin, did you ever get in contact with him?
Who?
The one I used to be on it.
Yeah. I did. He's okay. He's all right.
He's okay. All right. So give me my regards also, and also Tevin.
Okay.
Also Tevin. Let's forget to make me boy.
We'll do.
All right. So we talk later.
All right. Thank you.
So you guys take care. Have a great evening. Be safe all day. And keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.
Yes, gentlemen.
We are talking just now there about about NNP's actions and their response. And I think we should really look at it. Unfortunately, we don't have the time. No, but the response to the need that we had here in Carriacou. And as a matter of fact, information is that there are some builders in Carriacou in the name of NNP representation. So like they put some builders together and send them up to Carriacou to assist us in the recovery process. But I'm wondering if that's the right route. I'm wondering if the standards have been adhered to. We're talking about building back, but I mean, why can't we just do something that is, uniform across the board? We're doing something together as a people instead of having this section going there and these people doing that and so on and so forth. Just as a food, and so on. So I really wish we could learn from this, that we don't need to divide ourselves to build ourselves.
Well, I'm not sure whether or not that story is true, but it's very concerning if it's true and what might be taking place.
No, but if it's true, I wouldn't even repeat it, because if that would be so senseless. But if we come in now is a time of need, time of help, emergency, just come and help and forget all this who sent it. Last time when there was something, I can remember, I think it was COVID, I don't remember what it was, and you're giving out meals.
COVID and with the NNP sticker and all kind of nonsense there.
So what you trying to tell me? NNP will give that, buying you for that? A little box of styrofoam box of food. What is that going for?
And the next thing is, that I believe is taking place is that they're not doing anything, but they want to talk about doing.
I understand my guy say, Mr. Telephone Man saying, make sure they pay all you. Or don't work. Let the government pay all you good. You see, he had so much freeness in his lifetime already. That all he had to do is to spend people money and now he come. So that's the advice he could give. Make sure they pay all you.
What are they working for?
Yeah, Mr. Telephone Man.
No, I'm just saying, make sure they pay them.
Yes.
What is they have to pay them?
The government.
So the government employ them? They have a program going for themselves. They have a intention. They have something that they want to do. Well,
nobody say that to the people of Carriacou or the workers of Carriacou, which are very few or none at all. Make sure they pay all you and don't work for this and don't work for that.
Yeah.
You. Boy.
Empty. That's all it is. Yeah. Anyway, gentlemen, time for us to sort of wrap it up for today. Another day again. So Leo?
Yesterday, as the gentleman quite rightly said, there is strength in numbers.
That's right.
United we stand, divided we fall. We need to get together and put our shoulders to the wheel and build back quicker and better.
Definitely. And Koi, I guess
I don't think we have a choice than to build back smarter, better. And we need to also document some of the lessons that we are learning, because this is not yet finished. We are learning from this experience. Our children, we have to look after them. We have to try and protect them. I mean, especially they are very much vulnerable at this time, in shelters, anywhere else. We have to look after them as well as these senior citizens, those who really and truly need that kind of help and support. And if we are the ones stronger, I would say so, Leo and Kim, that we are the ones who need to stand with them and stand by them during these difficult times.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and guests and not the views of this radio station.